Hello learner. In this video, we will understand about our two selves, our two modes of thinking. When we think about situations, events unfolding in front of us, there are different ways of thinking or rationalizing about the event that unfolds in front of us. In this video, I will try to help you understand and think about what could be different ways of thinking. So let us look at this image. This image shows a tribal man standing with two wolves in the background. If you see this picture, there is a wolf on the left side of the image which is happy, which is kind, which is silent. So we call this, I would like to give this wolf a name, and the name is natural self. If you look at this wolf, this is a wolf that seems calm, that seems compassionate, that likes to think about situations in a more empathetic manner. These are all the attributes which we can associate with this wolf, which is being empathetic, being loving, being truthful. On the other hand, there is a wolf that seems angry, that seems not compassionate, unempathetic. And this wolf, I would like to give this wolf a title which is the ego self. This wolf is angry. This wolf talks about being superior. I am superior than others. I don't want to think about others. I don't want to understand. I don't want to be empathetic. Now you see, when there is something that happens to you, when there is a situation that unfolds in front of you, remember, you will have a choice. You will always have a choice. Which wolf would you like to listen to? Which wolf would drive your thoughts and the way you think and believe? You could do it through the natural self, be more understanding, compassionate, loving, or be egoistic, arrogant, unempathetic, and so on. In an earlier video, we have learnt about automatic cycle of behavior. We've talked about the importance of breaking this cycle. We've talked about the idea of mindfulness. Now, when there is an event that unfolds, we think, we attach certain thoughts to that event. Remember, when you are thinking about this event, you could actually be driven by the ego self, which is automatic. These thoughts, unfortunately, come to us automatically. We think about the situation in not very compassionate terms. We attribute certain biases, we attribute certain agendas to what is going on, and it drives negative thoughts, it drives fear, it drives sadness, it drives anger in us. And what is also important is, please understand, this is learned over time. When we are born as children, we don't attribute, we are more innocent, but as we grow up, we kind of start thinking negative about people, and that is why I call this as the learned and the socialized self. It becomes a habit to think negative, to think that something may go wrong, to attribute that people may have some agendas. But remember, you also have a choice of thinking about the situation, the event that is unfolding from the natural self lens. You can think about it from more compassionate and loving, empathetic lens. Remember, this can only come, this can only happen, you can only think from the natural self if you are paying attention, if you are mindful, living in the present with attention and paying attention to what you are thinking. Is this the right way to think about this particular situation? Am I being too judgmental about this? Am I being maybe arrogant? Am I not understanding what the other person is trying to say, or why is he or she trying to tell me something? You can be egoistic, driven by ego self, and that will then drive you to take certain actions, because the cycle of behavior, after thoughts come action. If you are thinking from the natural self, you may take better actions, maybe more compassionate actions, and that can drive to better events in the future. So, what are the important points to remember when we talk about mindfulness and our two selves? We have to live in the present, pay attention. When we pay attention, we can watch our thoughts. We can recognize that these thoughts that I am having are maybe driven by the ego self, the learned and the programmed self in me, where I have learned over time that people are not good, people may have some agendas, things are negative, and I learn to think negative. I can watch my thoughts if I am paying attention, and then redirect my thoughts to positive and the natural self, which is more empathetic and compassionate. The way you will think, remember, the automaticity and the automatic cycle of behavior tells us the way we think will drive our actions. If you can watch your thoughts by being more mindful, you can take better actions, and then you will be better placed when it comes to newer events and newer situations unfolding in front of you. Thank you.